Yes, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. You're watching your cat. And what's your cat doing? He's licking his feet. Mm-hmm. Did he just come in from the outside? Maybe, yes. Maybe he's reading the information that was left in the dust on the ground from the trucks and the people speaking. The broken alphabet, the ashes from the alphabet that fell to dust. I spoke a word unheard, not seen, but it's gone. Took a breath of my air to think, to do. The continuation, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Trust your own word. So I just recognized that by the cat cleaning her feet, okay, or licking any other part of her cleanliness, is actually reading what's going on around her. She takes that in, they swallow the hairball, or it gets stuck to their tongue because the element of spirit is still upon it. If it doesn't stick to the tongue or it's stuck to something else and unread or dried off, it is because the dry has gone either this way or that way. If the dry is dissipated into the air, okay, if that humidity has went into the air, just to say I'm going to have some garlic, cauliflower, and shrimp dip. Shrimp dip. So once the cat licks it and gets the fur inside, plus the humidity that has left it, is a connection to that energy still rising up into the system, which might take, I don't know, 7 seconds. It goes into the body and it continues to read until the hairball is no longer, is all finished reading, and it gets rid of it. So the cat reads. It's a reader. That hairball is a reader. 9 lives of the cat, 24. Read, R-E-A-D, read is 27. So read is 28. 27 is the bee creation of man. Together it's 55. When you have birth in the cycle, it's 57 the moon. When you have 2, 3, and 5, when you have 2, 3, and 5, 2 and 3 create the separation gateway, because 2 goes over to 8, and 7 goes over to 3, making it a 10-10. If you crisscross 7 by 8 equals 56. 5 and 6 is the switch over from 1, 5 to 5, 6. 7 days, 56 and 15, which is 1/4 of Mars time. 1 and 5, because 1 is equal to 5, because 1 double digits, 23 is time. Or there's 2,300 hours and 0, 1, and but it'll be 0, 1 or 1, 0. It'll be 2 numbers if you reverse the 1, 2, 3 onto you can have 1230, right? It's the other side of time. You can have 2,300 hours. That's the 24-hour time. So I'm not sure exactly how we jumped into this. Yes, 7 times 8, 15. Okay, and 56 equals to 7 and 1. That is the gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8 again. So the number continues to say, I am the spirit of the gateway, where 1, okay, has to obviously go into the next level or drop in. 1 out. If 1 goes out, it goes out the 4 corners. And if 1 goes out the 4 corners, everything else in between, 2, 4, 6, 8, is part of the wall. Now, you can't have a wall, right, unless you have a core. You have a core, a cell, then you have the open wall. Let's call that wall 8. Then you have the next one. That is 16. Then you have the next one. Areas, blocks. The block in the center is 8. The block on the outside, okay, is, if it's involved as part of the center block, we'll call them all 8s, okay? It would be 8 here, it would be 7 here, and it would be 8 here. Why? Let me make this design. Two things. When I walk through life, I want 2 things. I want variety and choice. I want life buffet style. And if God said, do unto others as you do unto yourself, as for I am as I am, I made man in my image, basic to the entire Bible, then you shall share the buffet. You shall share in the eating, and you shall share in the making of the buffet, and all the elements it takes to get the food on the table. To get it there fast, you can try as many buffets, but remember, you can only do with the machine what the machine can do. And with it is the mind. And you must do everything according to the mind, which means going out of your way by a percentage of 10. Remember, by going out of the way, percentage of 10, it automatically creates an opposition of 10, becomes 10 and 10, 20. That 20 is what's left over from 80. 80 is the expression of 80, 4 20s, the left and the right to choice. 4 20s. Since one, the left and the right to choice, and the incoming and outgoing of life, needs a reserve of the up and the down of the blood pressure, equality to the in and the out of you hearing my voice right now, me speaking live on radio, do you hear me right away? When I eat the food, am I already full of vitamins? Has it come out the other end, and what was the end result? So these are the things and the facts about the entirety of life. There's a beginning to an end, and we put a name and a number on it. We called it time. When things happen in the period of time, it's an association of understanding anything else. If time doesn't exist, nothing exists. Time must exist for everything to exist. The first thing before anything existed was time, because that's how we regard it. Time is a principle. What number we use for the principle of time is something a little bit different. But let me go back to finishing with number 23 over here. Okay, here's number 23 in the middle of the roulette. 23.5 says all of what's around and over here. 14, 23, okay, and 32. 32 is the next number to 23, and 14 is the DNA before it was. So if I had to answer that question, okay, I would have to go to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 10, 11, 12. So I would have to do this. Now, I'm going to explain it, Miss Levette. I know I came on late in the video to explain it, but when we keep running down these numbers of the mote of 8, okay, I was finishing off from the last equation, okay, where 23 would meet and what the reason they would meet, and 2 is equivalent, right, to 2 sides of 1, this side and this side, to the atom in the center. So you automatically need this 9 for the nuclei for this to exist. So the first rim that would go around this, okay, or the beginning of the interior of the donut would be this rim over here. This rim over here is a 5 by 5, 25 with 9 on the inside, equaling to 16 and 9 are the numbers to pi. If to get into this center hole comes from a distance, that will be a rotation of the coming from one end to the other end in pi, as pi never needs to end as a number because it's a rotation of an auger that comes into the system running out to 48. 6 rims equals to 48. And inside 48 is the beginning of the next property, taking that 48 to get 48. This number over here, when you get 6 by 8, 48, you're also getting 13 times 13, 169, because that's how many squares there will be around. 48 squares around, 13, 13, 11, 11. 11, 11, 121, 13 by 13, 169, 269, 279, 289, 290, 296, 296, 196, 396 creation. 1 inside 2, the mote. We go down here for 2, 3, and 5. Okay, we're going to get 8 above 2 and 5 below 2. We're going to get 9 above 3 and 6 below 3. We're going to get 2 above 5, and we're going to get 8 below 5. 8 and 8 meet. 3 is in the Church of Creation. 2, 3, 5 meet again over here. So we now have this line over here, which, what was that? Was that the equator or the medium? What did you mark there, Levette? The E. The E was over here, okay? And now you have the E running on this angle. So now that answer to your own question, okay, from design is in my pack sack. 1 second. Okay, I lost my trend of thought from 7 and 8, but I'll get back to it. Just to show you that 47, 4 by 7 is 28. It'll create 93 out of Hoover Dam, out of Saturn. This number, okay, is what's got split out of the moon, okay, because the moon is 57. 10 passes through the moon, 5 and 5, 2 worlds, through the 9, okay, birth, fish, something to do whatever the fish is. This will equal 28 and 11. 28 will then go down to 17, which is B and E breaking and entering the Venus world, 5 and 2 Earth. 5 times 7, 5 times 7, 5 plus 7 equals to 12. 56, the red sun, T-H-R-E-E. 56, the difference is 9. 47 is created from 41, the DNA, because inside creation of 41 is 6 times 5. The same number that I just mentioned, which is the number that's inside of 4 and 7. The inside numbers is 5 and 6. This will create God. The other one will create 7 by 4, 28 man. Put the O inside over here. Okay, 26, the dog man, because he's on the other side. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, as I mentioned earlier in the piano. 47 is twice this, right? Split this number through the moon, through G&E, General Electric. That's the way I look at it. Waterworks. 5 and 3 is also what creates this. See, 5, right? 5 with 2, 3, 2, 3, and 5. The 5 cuts 2 in half or doubles it up. 2, 3, 5. The 5 doubles this up to 4, doubles it up to 6, right? That'll create X and X, 34, the DC world. 47, 23. So that was that's one thing I wanted to mention. The other thing I wanted to mention is over here. Here's your 2 and 3. They're separated. Remember, 2 is black. 2 is inside with 1, right? The impulse of that magnet, it seems like. Like I said, 2 and 1, right? You have to have the outside area, 2, to get the inside area. Excuse me. This is 3 to 1. The other one's 2 to 1. So 2, 3, and 5 show up right over here. You need 5, right? And 2 will bring in 1, and 3 will bring in 6. This will create 9. This will create 3. Electric company is what creates this. In this scenario, the opposite way, 2 and 3 are together, and 5 come together. So this is the one it seems that we need. Okay, this is the regular numbers, okay, where 2 and 3 are locked. Here 1 is with 2. Here 2 is with 3. I think this is the one. AB is what we began with. I think this is the one we got now, but here it shows 365 together, 3, 6, 4, 7, 3, 6, 4, 7. This shows Genie, the moon. Here the 4 and the 7, the passage is through 1. It's through the 4th planet, Mars. Here the passage, okay, 7 and 4 are together. The next one, to create the 10-10 world from 2 and 3, we need 7 and 8. To create that 10-10 world from 2 and 3. That would mean at the same time, if this creates a 10-10 world, what would create the 7 world from the 2 and 3? The 5 and 4, the sun. 14, your DNA. This is low shoe numbers, sitting with regular numbers. Well, I got the phone. 702. Number calling me. I do not know any 702s. I can't answer the phone. So here, 7 and 8 is brought in with 6 and 7. 6 and 7 equals to 52. 65 equals to 7 and 2. Win big red. 56, 52. Win big red. This one over here is 24. This is the 9 lives of the cat. And this one over here is 34 and 60, 9 and 4. This will be 9 and 4. This will be Pluto, Delta, 9 and 4, the DNA of the IT system of the sun. Why? Because 4 equals to 60. Make it 66. 66, this one equals to 34, equals to 9 and 10. It'll come together at 9 and 10. This one shows you the pyramid point. Because 6 duplicates itself, it means it's on 2 sides, the gematria way of counting. And then you connect the 2 sides, the top and the bottom, because nothing is prime. Or prime is used in more than one scenario. Trying to see if there's another way that I can show you that 7 and 8 comes together. But remember, 7 comes together with 3. So let me see if I have one more thing to show. Just to get back, that the rotation here will say 15. The rotation here will say 18. The rotation here will say 15. The cross one, which was 1 and 9 opposite normally, will now say 19 in the center, where 1 and 9 are in the center. Where 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is now in the center. This becomes in the center and crossed over here, creating the star-like bow tie. I'm going to try and see if I can design that. See this bow tie between here and here, making it this shape. Remember before I did the swastika, which makes it 2, 5, 3, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then over here. Okay, this is the way it is. So you have 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, 7. 5, 8, 7, 5, 8, 7 is the answer to that one. 5, 8, 5, 8, 7. So since the answer is 5, 8, 7, don't change the 5. Put this down to the next world, 3 and 2. It becomes 5, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3, the same numbers reversed. 5 times 2 is 10. Times 3 is 30 creation. 5 plus 2 plus 3 is 10, equals to 40. 40 and 30 is your 70 on the clock. Minus it is the 10 man. 2 times 3 is 6, and 5 is 11. This is one point. You see, when it's time, you have 2 areas for the second. When it's change, you have 2 areas for the decimal. When it's hours, you have 1 on the left, or 2. But you can't use 1 on this side. But you can also use a decimal on this side. But the decimal is for eternal numbers. That number is finite, and that's the entirety of the area. Thank you for watching.